Hey guys, happy Monday. Today is October 26th, 2020. We are going to continue on today with our Unit 3 of multiplication inside of your journals. You're going to be writing the below title that's underlined, Exploring Multiplication Patterns, as the new clean page title of your Unit 3 multiplication. Just on a new clean page, write the title, Exploring Multiplication Patterns. Today, we will be building and describing patterns as you guys multiply the same number by ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. The material that you will need is Orgo, the student journal, and your math journal, and a pencil. So if you have not written the title Exploring Multiplication on a new clean page inside of your math journal, pause the video here and go ahead and write that down. So today for our warm-up, I want you to choose two of the numbers, one number on the first row and one number on the second row. So pick two, and then I want you to write the number as a multiplication equation and find the product. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to choose 3 and I'm going to choose 5. So when I write those down, I'm going to write them down as an equation as 3 times 5. Remember these vocabulary terms. It is 3 is a factor and 5 is a factor. When you multiply them together, you get a product. And when you multiply them together, it's 15. So how did I get this answer? Well, if I skip count by 5s 3 times, I go 5, 10, 15. So it is 3 groups of 5, which was that vocabulary that we talked about last week, where it was groups of and how many is in each group. So you could do this in multiple different ways. You could have created an array. I skip counted. You can do repeated addition. So you're thinking, how did you figure out that? So for me, what I did was I skip counted by 5s because 5s is super easy, and I did that 3 times. You could also do the inverse or the switch of it, and you could skip count by 3s 5 times. And that would be 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 15 is your answer for that. So you're thinking about those first. So the first step that we need to do is you have to remember all of your multiplication equations and skip counting for each of your basic multiplication numbers all the way through your 12s place. And then today, what we're going to be doing is this next part. So what is the same and the difference between these expressions, and what are some ways that we can represent each one of these? So we have these equations that I see 3 and 2, and it says ones, 3 times 2 and ones. And then I see those same numbers, 3 times 2 and then tens. And then I see 3 times 2 and then our hundreds. So what do I see that's the same? I see the same basic numbers, 3 times 2, 3 times 2, and 3 times 2. But then I see different words after each. So I have 3 ones. And then I have 2 sets of tens, which is 20. And then I have 2 sets of 100s, which is 200s. So what is different is the value of that second number of the second factor of each one of them, but the basic root of them are the same. So if I'm thinking about 3 times 2 as my ones, that's my basic. What do we get when we multiply that? Well, 3 times 2 is 6. So if I know 3 times 2 is 6, then it makes it easier to be able to multiply that same number, but adding on 2 sets of tens. And then here it is, the same number, and I have 2 sets of 100s. So if I know my root, which is 3 times 2, I can start that there, which is a 6. And then here, I have a 0. So if I'm doing by tens, the only thing that I have to do is add in a 0. which is 3 sets of 20. So if I have 20 and 20 and 20, which is that repeated addition, I get 60, which is 60. And here it would have been 3 sets of 2, 2, 2, 2, which is 6. Basic. Now with this last one, since we just did the tenths, what would we do for the 20s? So we have 3 sets of 200. So if I have 3 sets of 200, I have 200. I have another set of 200. And I have another set of 200, which is your repeated addition. When you add them up, you get 600, which is that basic repeated addition. But what we're practicing today is knowing our roots, which 3 times 2 is 6. And then we just have 2 zeros to add in. Same thing. So it might look like it's harder because, whoa, we're getting to bigger numbers, but it is just as easy as adding zeros to the end of the equation. So here we are, we're going to practice another one together. That was our warm-up, and that's all we're doing today. Is first step, you have to remember your basic multiplication, and then you're checking the value of how many zeros we have to add on. If you need to do the repeated addition to check your work, you can do that. That's what we're working on today. So here's an I do. I want you to look and see what is the same as these qualities. So I have 12 ones. So 3 times 4 is that basic root of 12. So here we have 3 times 4 and 12, and we added in that 0 fourth. It would look like your 40 that's here. And when I do that, I get 120. And here I have 3 times 4, which is my 12, but here it is 400. So when I multiply 3 times 4, I get 12, and I add in 2 zeros for 12. And I would add in my 2 zeros, and this answer reads 1,200, which is still your basics. And if we went up all the way to the thousands, we have our basic root, 3 times 4, which is 12, and it says 4,000. So you have to create 4,000. And you're looking to see how many zeros are there. There's 3. So you do your basic root, 3 times 4, which is 12. And then you stick in your zeros. 1, 2, 3. So when you are looking to place your comma, remember you jump 1, 2, 3, and you place in that comma. And this reads 12,000. Let's practice another one. In your journals, in your student Orgo workbooks, I think this is on page 55, but you have this here in front of you. I want you to look at these 3 equations. So this is 4 times 6. So your basic is 4 times 6. And if you know that answer, write this down. 4 times 6 equals 24. All right, so we know our root, our basic part is 24. So you can go ahead and place that as your beginning. 24, 24, and 24. Now, if we have 6 tenths, that means that is 60. So write you a 60 underneath. That represents 4 times 60. And then this one is 600, so you have 4 times 600. And then this last one is 4 times 6,000. So you have to remember how to build those numbers. So then when we're looking at our answer, How many zeros do I have here? Oh, it's just one. So your answer, 4 times 60 is 240. Then on your hundreds, you have 4 times 600. How many zeros are here? You add them in, 2 zeros. And this one reads 2,400. Stick in your comma in the correct place. And then this last one is 3 zeros. So I'm going to add those in. 1, 2, 3. And to get my comma in the correct place, you go 1, 2, 3. Okay, my comma goes right here and it reads 24 thousandths. Make sure you did that. You can either do it in your journal or in your Orgo workbook. Either way. Here's the next one. This is, I think it's on page 55. We'll have to check and see and make sure it is the we do. So here we have use the patterns to help you write the product. So 6 ones is 12 ones. 6 times 2 is 12. So in your answers, you're going to still answer your 12. And again, if you have your Orgo workbook, it makes it so much easier to do these practice ones together. And then we have 12. So that's 12 tens. 12 and 12s. And so ones, no zeros. Your tens, you have 1 0. Hundreds, 2 zeros. And thousands means we have 3 zeros. So to get your answers, all we're doing today is adding in the value of the zero. So we're going to add in 1 0 here. We're going to add in a 0, 2 zeros here. And then 3 zeros here. And you count yours, put your commas in. So 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 20 is 120. 6 times 200 is 1,200. And 6 times 2,000 is 12,000. So check inside your notes and make sure that you have copied these correctly. And that's what we're practicing today. So then you have your next one, and I don't know what my computer is doing, so hold on just a second. Your exit ticket, yes, it's on page 57. So you guys are going to practice this part that's right here. It is your number 2 and your number 3. Number 2, you're just completing the pattern. So first you need to know 9 times 4. Write that answer there. Then you need to know 8 times 9, write your answer. Then you need to also know 7 times 6, write your answer, and 3 times 7, write your answer. Once you get those basic root multiplication equations with their products, then you can start to fill in the larger ones that we are going to be moving to. Then the next part, it says to loop or circle the expressions you have at the middle number as a product. So you're looking at these equations that are here, and you're going to circle the equations or the expressions that give you an answer to 240 for A. And then on B, you're going to circle all of the expressions that give you the product of 3,600. And then once you get done with that, check back in with me so that I can check to make sure that you know what you're doing. And then your independent practice is on Khan Academy today. So Khan Academy, again, there's a 6-minute tutorial to just make sure that you know what you're doing and reviewing. And then you have exercise. The first exercise is understanding multiplying one-digit numbers by tens, hundreds, and thousands. There's 7 questions. And then you have a quiz that is your grade, and you are multiplying by one-digit numbers. So make sure that you do all of the steps for today. Make sure you check in with me at 1:45 so that I can help you in any sort of way. And good luck, and I will be checking in with you guys shortly, and I will see you then. Bye.